Well, a very good afternoon to our listeners following Aldershot Town from North East Hampshire to our live stream from BBC Surrey and the BBC Sport website. I'm Angus Patterson, filling in for regular commentator Rob Worrell this afternoon as the shots travel to sunny Solihull here this afternoon in the West Midlands, where the home side, the Moors, are unbeaten to start their National League campaign. 14 games, 8 wins, 6 draws, 25 goals scored, only 12 conceded. It's a tough task coming here and looking for a result, but the shots are aiming to become the first side to beat Solihull Moors this season. I'm joined by our summariser this afternoon, Alan Baldwin, who's travelled up for the game today. Good afternoon, Alan.
Good afternoon, Angus.
And what are your thoughts going into this game, particularly as you were present, I believe, on Tuesday for the defeat at Altrincham, noticing that manager Tommy Woodrington has named an unchanged team. So how do you predict this match potentially playing out?
Well, I would be happier if we were a little bit stronger in the starting lineup. We are down to the bare bones almost. But every team has their injuries. You have to get on with it. So, the team played well on Tuesday, very well on Tuesday. So, if we can maintain that momentum and come away with a bit more firepower, then I think we could get a draw out of today. Last time we visited here in January, we won 2-1. Courtesy of 2 Effiong goals, and that night we played really well. So I'm looking for a repeat of that if everybody's on song.
Well, that's a good omen if ever I've seen one, that you were here last season for that win here. And I was chatting to one of our colleagues from BBC WM who's been talking about the slight surprise that it's been to the Solihull fan base that their side have been doing so well this season. It certainly wasn't expected that they would go so long unbeaten, that they'd be third in the National League. But they've turned into a very difficult opponent to beat. Who do you think for Aldershot is going to be the key person in terms of goals, in terms of breakthrough, that might provide a spark that might break down this Solihull Moors defence?
Well, it's the 2 players that play behind the striker, Laurent Talage and Josh Stokes. They've been on fire. They've scored 11 goals between them this season, and they're both young. They can only get better, and I'm really hopeful that they can maintain that form.
As the players come out onto the pitch, led by referee Aji Ajibola. All the shots in their red and blue stripes, with the red shorts, red socks, and Solihull Moors in their yellow and navy blue strip, with those sort of very dark blue shorts and socks, yellow shirts. All very easy to read in terms of shirt numbers and names on the back of shirts, which is always good for commentators. We're sat reasonably far back from the pitch here in Solihull. There's a bit of a sort of gap where the technical areas are just in front of us, so we should have a good view of both managers. Hoping, of course, for a game with not too much controversy in that area between managers, referees and officials. And players just warming up now, heading out onto the pitch. So we'll give you a full rundown of the team news. Both sides are actually unchanged from their games on Tuesday night. So for Aldershot, Tyler Frost and Kwame Thomas, who did miss that trip to Altrincham, sadly both miss out on this afternoon's game as well. And Solihull Moors unchanged from their victory over Rochdale here on Tuesday night. So a tough task for the shots, there's no doubt about it. This afternoon we'll be here live for the 90 minutes and doing updates every 10 or 15 into BBC Surrey on Joe Talbot's afternoon show. And so we are ready to kick off. Alan Baldwin with me here. I'm Angus Patterson. Looking forward to this one as the sun just goes in under the clouds, but a lovely warm day here in Solihull. Bit of a breeze to keep us cool. Perfect conditions, really, Alan.
Yeah, you can't grumble at this. It's a good pitch. The quality of pitches these days, even at National League level, are very, very good, and you can't complain about this surface. It looks very good from where we're sat. It's a very similar ground to Boreham Wood in a lot of respects. They've been developing it over the years. When I first came here, it was it was typical non-league ground, but now they've added this main stand and a lot of facilities, and they're adding new stands opposite to us where the away support is, uncovered at the moment, and I can see quite a good contingent from Aldershot spread around those stands and behind the goal. So some good support again from Aldershot.
Indeed, they'll need to be in full voice here to support their team as the only unbeaten side left in the National League. Solihull Moors have proved impossible to beat so far, and Aldershot Town, although they've been very good at home, have struggled somewhat on the road, as they did on Tuesday at Altrincham, although they did play well in that game. Watching the highlights, that Ryan Glover shot that came back off the inside of the post, so close to scoring a bit of a worldie on Tuesday. So there's plenty of attacking threat in this Aldershot team. Just this kick-off about to take place with Josh Stokes standing over the ball for the shots, and we'll run you through the starting lineup. So Solihull Moors with Tommy Simkin in goal, James Clark their captain, Richard Stearman and Kyle Morrison their back three, with Cade Craig and Joe Newton playing as wing backs on the right and left respectively, Callum Maycock and Gus Mafuta in midfield, with Josh Kelly and Jack Stevens behind Mark Beck, the big 6'5", number 9 up front. And the shots with Geordie van Stappershoef in goal. This is unchanged from Tuesday. Haji Minoga, Cian Harries, Ollie Harfield, the back three, Ryan Glover and Aaron Jones playing as wing backs, Theo Widrington and Josh Stokes, with Barham, Willard as well, potentially in midfield, all behind Laurent Tollage leading the line. So it's back in the Aldershot half with Cian Harries, who pings it forwards to Josh Stokes. And here's Widrington now on the ball, inside right channel, just crossing halfway. Spreads it wide to Aaron Jones, who's flicked it forwards to the edge of the penalty area for Barham. Josh Stokes picks it up now to Tollage. This is good football from Aldershot. And Theo Widrington just takes a bit of control, slows down the pace of the game, and they keep possession. Through Harries now on Harfield. 1-2 with Willard over there on the left-hand side. Forwards it goes towards Tollage, and he's brought down illegally, adjudged by the referee, by Gus Mafuta. And a good bit of opening play there by Aldershot, 0-0.
Yes, it's a good start. We've been playing 1 minute 20 seconds and Solihull haven't touched the ball yet.
Indeed, and here at Aldershot once again with Widrington in the Solihull half, just outside the attacking third. It's back now to Haji Minoga, the exciting youngster on loan from Portsmouth this season, wearing the number 2 shirt in that red and blue stripes, as the sun just goes in behind a cloud in the West Midlands, but lovely warm temperatures and a nice breeze as a bit of a tussle over the ball there, and Mark Beck looking to win a free kick for Solihull Moors, and it's given away by Haji Minoga. So here is the first touch of the ball then for the Moors in their season, and Ajibola, the referee, just giving a bit of a verbal warning there to Haji Minoga. No cards coming out just yet, though, Alan.
They seem to be picking on Haji Minoga this season. We had it at Altrincham or Boreham Wood. His first foul they talked to him, which is unusual for a referee. It wasn't a bad foul at all. It's very surprising that they've marked him down.
Back now with Solihull Moors in their own half, just passing it round the back line. Can Aldershot become the first team to beat them in the National League this season? It would be a great result for the Shots going into a week's break without a Tuesday night fixture and into FA Cup qualifying next Saturday afternoon. But Moors now just trying to play out from the back as it's through Maycock and Mafuta. And it's still with Maycock in the centre circle. Great challenge there by Widrington, though, to win it back for the Shots. And Barham carrying it forward now. Spreads it left to Tollage, edge of the penalty area against his man, and he turns and plays it back there to Ryan Glover, who will approach the penalty area once again, running at Cade Craig. Is he going to flick it across into the middle to Widrington? No, it's further wide now to Harfield. Still on the left-hand side, on the edge of the attacking third. And there's Glover finding Willard in the middle. And so Aldershot just building up again from the back with Minoga, but good possession here from the Shots. 3.5 minutes gone. Scores Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. If you're just joining us on our BBC Sport website web stream, we're covering the 90 minutes plus updates into the BBC Surrey afternoon show. And it's gone out for a Solihull Moors goal kick, or rather no, a throw-in, sorry. It bounced off the advertising boards. So it will be a Solihull Moors throw-in to be taken by their captain James Clark in the right full-back position. forwards towards Beck, but it goes over his head, and so it's cleared by the shots towards Stokes, but I think it's hit his arm there, and so Ajibola blowing for a handball, and Solihull Moors will have the free kick, Alan.
Yeah, 4 minutes gone, and it's all been in the Solihull half at the moment. Aldershot looked very confident, following a defeat on Tuesday night, but they played well, as I said before.
So long ball towards Beck again. He's clearly the target man for Solihull, but well dealt with by Minoga there. Good physical battle he's going to have, I'm sure, over the next 90 or so minutes with that number 9, Mark Beck, in the yellow and blue of Solihull Moors. Widrington here in the right fullback position, spreading it forward to Stokes. His flick on header releases Barham down the right-hand side, but the offside flag is up. And so it will come back for a Solihull Moors penalty. But Aldershot there with a good bit of attacking play, and not only can they build up through midfield, but they also, when they chip the ball forward and go a bit more direct, they can release the runners in behind. And
they've got those options now. We've got in Stokes and Talage people who can link play very well.
And how well has Josh Stokes played this season? Such a young player, but some fantastic performances. I was there in the home win against Wealdstone where he scored 2, and man of the match performance there by Josh Stokes, the new signing from Sudbury. And of course a little battle developing perhaps in this game with his opposite number 10 for Solihull Moors, Josh Kelly. Not only do they share a name and a shirt number, but they've both scored 7 goals so far this season, so might be a bit of a battle to see who might make an impact in this game, who might score first and increase their goal tally. They're both among the top scorers in the National League so far, as Solihull Moors have it in their midfield. Under pressure though from Tommy Willard there was Callum Maycock, and it's now back in the Solihull Moors backline. Mark Beck coming into the centre circle to make himself an option, but passed back by Aldershot to Geordie van Stappershoff.
Yeah, 6 minutes gone. That's the first touch Geordie's had, and it's the first time that they've actually, Solihull have got into the Aldershot half.
So Solihull 0, Aldershot 0 here on the BBC Sport website for BBC Surrey, and we'll be shortly going for an update into Joe Talbot's afternoon show, and with our sports producer Cameron Anderson-Jones. Here it is with Solihull here, and Richard Stearman, the experienced centre-back, just playing it across to Tommy Simkin, the young goalkeeper who's on loan from Stoke City here in the West Midlands. Forwards to Beck now, who's coming very deep in his role as a number 9 for Stevens and Kelly to run beyond him. And here's Carl Morrison chipping it forwards now towards Stevens for Solihull. Comes out to Cade Craig, the right wing back. And it's been deflected off an Aldershot player, so it will be a Solihull Moors free kick. And here we go on BBC Radio Surrey. Thanks, Joe. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0 here in the West Midlands, but Aldershot have made a bright start to this game. The first about 4.5 minutes, the ball was all with Aldershot, all in Solihull Moors' half, but they've defended well. No real chances so far. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. So back we are with our online commentary for the full 90 minutes, and Aldershot have a goal kick rather with Van Stappershoff after the long ball from Solihull Moors went straight out of play. 7.5 minutes gone, and Harfield plays it over to the right hand side to Minoga. His pass forward cut out there by Stevens, and it will be an Aldershot throw. Got away with one slightly there, Haji Minoga. A loose pass. It's back with Van Stappershoff, who of course missed a couple of games due to suspension after picking up a red card earlier in the season, but he's back in the side now, and he's been an invaluable player really for Aldershot this season. Geordie van Stappershoff signed from AFC Ajax over the summer, and here it is with Carl Morrison for Solihull Moors in their own half. Forwards over the halfway line to Callum Maycock, and wide right to Cade Craig. Back now with Morrison, and Solihull just trying to settle into the game here after a strong start from the shots and keep some possession for themselves, Alan.
Yes, Solihull have been a surprise packet this year. I didn't expect them to be doing so well as they have done, and I saw them in a pre-season friendly at Alfreton. They didn't impress me at all, so it was a very big surprise to see them go 14 games unbeaten.
So the ball here with Tommy Simkin, the Solihull Moors goalkeeper, and you've seen that unbeaten run that Solihull are on. They've had 8 wins and 6 draws in those 14 games, but actually 5 of those wins have been away from home.
Yeah,
and
they're
only
very good
3
away, aren't they?
have been here. So they haven't quite been able to get the points here at Damson Park that they have been able to get on the road, and they've had really too many draws here at this ground, which is why partly why I predicted a 2-2 result for the Shots to get something out of this game, because it appears that Solihull Moors have become a very difficult team to play against when they are away from home. They have that sort of us against the world mentality, I guess, as they try and press Cian Harries in the Aldershot backline. He chips it forward to Josh Stokes, but we'll see what happens over these next 90 minutes. They certainly would love to get another win, would Solihull Moors, to keep pace with Chesterfield and Barnet, the top 2 teams in the National League, who of course have had more wins than draws.
Yeah, I'll pause there because Solihull are on the attack now, but
here it is with Kelly, wide to Craig, and the cross comes in, high looping cross towards Beck, flicks it across towards Stevens. It's gone over his head and out for an Aldershot goal kick, but that's drawn the first round of applause there from both sets of fans, actually. Applause from the Aldershot fans over to our left, who are applauding the way that the Shots defenders dealt with that one.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Beck is 6'5". He's one of these strikers. We've seen Tom Denton and 1 or 2 other players of that ilk. They are very effective at this level. So we've got to keep an eye on those high balls into the box.
10.5 minutes gone. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, and Jack Barham straight offside there as he was trying to take the long ball forwards. And so a frustrating mistake there from Tommy Woodrington's side, looking to go on the attack, but giving Solihull Moors possession back through a free kick in their own half. Callum Maycock now back to Kyle Morrison for Solihull. Forwards by Kelly and right to James Clark, who's tried to release Stevens with a long ball forwards, but they weren't on the same wavelength. No run was made, and so it's gone out for an Aldershot throw-in, actually. So it's gone off the sideline there to be taken by Ollie Harfield.
Yeah, I was going to say Solihull have been very secure at the back. They've only conceded 12 goals in their 14 games.
Yeah.
And that's down to the vastly experienced Richard Stearman and Carl Morrison, who's been around a few years as well. So that's probably why they've done well away. They've defended well and they've hit teams on the break, where Josh Kelly is very effective.
Play restarts now, and the Aldershot attempted attacking move there comes to nothing, so it's back with Solihull again. And Carl Morrison, who appears to be their sort of defensive general, who's pinging the balls forward, a distributor at the back. And Beck brought down by Minoga there, but nothing doing for the referee. Fair contest, says Ajibola. Here's Aaron Jones under pressure from Joe Newton. And Minoga playing it back to Van Stappershoff as Aldershot just rebuild patiently from the back. 0-0 the score. Forward to Tolaj, tries to flick it left towards Stokes, but it's cut out by James Clark, the captain. His pass towards Josh Kelly was blocked by Willard, and otherwise that may have been seen Solihull getting behind.
Yeah, very well anticipated by Clark. He could see what Tolaj was going to do.
Yeah, it's now out wide with Cade Craig. Cross towards the far post. Newton can't keep it in though. And so out for a goal kick to Aldershot. But multiple times now, Cade Craig, the wing back for Solihull, has gone ranging down that right hand side, cut inside and played a cross in towards that far post. So Aldershot will have to watch for those. As Van Stappershoff just taking his time here with the restart, beckoning his players forwards. He said, I'm not going to play it short to my centre backs, I'm going to go long. And here he goes. And there's Aldershot fans singing the chant there for a long ball, and Tolaj flicks it towards Barham. He stayed onside this time, so Barham has it down, approaching the right corner flag. Good turn from Barham. Now it's back to Aaron Jones, still in the attacking third. Widrington now looking forwards and trying to chip it all the way across to the left hand side to Ryan Glover, but it's over his head, and that move comes to nothing as well. 13 minutes gone, 0-0.
Yeah, I think Widrington was indicating to Ryan to stay a bit wider on that byline. It went literally a foot above his head, but Ryan had come in a little bit. But a good move. Barham did well there.
So throw in taken by James Clark for Solihull Moors. Only unbeaten side in the National League, sitting third in the table. Unexpectedly, many of their fans didn't quite expect them to be this good to start the season. Unbeaten in 14, 8 wins, 6 draws. As Stokes is adjudged to have committed a foul on Gus Mafuta. and he puts his arms up in frustration there, does Josh Stokes, the very talented youngster who's having a great season so far.
Tommy Winston looked a bit dissatisfied with that decision.
And Solihull try and release Josh Kelly down, running towards their own right corner flag, but ball was well beyond him, and Harfield made sure he chased him back anyway. So Harfield will take the throw-in for Aldershot. Sun's come back out here in windy West Midlands. It's in the shadow of Birmingham Airport and the Jaguar Land Rover plant just round the corner from this ground. We're sat in the new main stand, as Alan was mentioning earlier, with the directors' boxes above us, down quite near pitch side level, just in front of the technical areas. We can see Tommy Widrington and the Aldershot bench just in front of us. Solihull in their yellow and navy blue kit. They have a free kick 15 yards into the Aldershot half on their right hand side, so they will use this as an opportunity to try and put a cross in towards the penalty spot. They've certainly got some height with the likes of Stearman and Mark Beck, and in it comes now. It's gone all the way back towards Morrison at the far post, flicked across and well cleared by Harfield. It's only gone up in the air though. Stearman battling for it, and Ajibola blows for the free kick to Aldershot. And the shots have survived that dangerous free kick opportunity, but looks like Solihull have practiced those, always pinging it across to the far post with a flick across goal.
As you said just now, they've got a lot of height in the team. Besides Beck, the two centre-backs came up for that. So Aldershot will have to be very wary of that, because we are a little, I mean, apart from Kieran Harris, we are a little bit short of height in the team.
Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. Nearly 16 minutes gone as Van Stappershoff again standing over the ball for this free kick to be taken after there was a foul adjudged to have happened, and Barham's pace gets him onto the end of that one beautifully, but dealt with by Joe Newton, closed down by Aaron Jones, and the decision pending. Will it be a goal kick? Yes, I believe it will be to Tommy Simkin. He'll come forwards and take the goal kick, but good pressure there from the Aldershot right hand side. Barham further forward, Aaron Jones playing in behind him as a sort of wing back, causing some problems down there for Joe Newton for Solihull.
Yeah, Barham's drifting out to the right-hand, Aldershot's right-hand side, so he's away from the two main central defenders, and he's finding a bit of joy out there. So I think Aldershot need to work on that.
And Glover heads a long ball from Solihull back forwards towards Josh Stokes, who's found Barham on the right-hand side of the penalty area. What can he do with this one? Cross in towards Stokes, and it's heads away by Kyle Morrison. Only back as far as Tommy Willard though, so the shots still have it in the attacking third. Jones on the right hand side, cutting inside, crossing it towards Tolaj, flicked back for the header of Kyle Morrison, and it will go as far as Ollie Harfield, and so shots maintain possession once again. Theo Widrington now putting it forward towards Stokes, but his ball's cut out by James Clark, only as far as Tolaj though. Can he keep the ball? Yes he does. He finds Willard in midfield. Back now to Minoga on the right hand side. And can the Aldershot Town players make this attack count? Can they become the first side to beat Solihull Moors so far this season? What can the likes of Stokes and Barham do here in the West Midlands, away from home, where Aldershot haven't been as strong this season as they have been back in North East Hampshire? Only Chesterfield have beaten them at the Rec at home in Aldershot. But here's Harries now in the Solihull half. Tolaj providing a bit of hold-up play, and Stokes takes over, back to Willard, and they're under pressure here is Willard from Josh Kelly, but keeps the ball well, right-hand side now with Jones, back to Willard, and now down towards the right corner flag is Jack Barham, puts the cross in, but it's blocked by Newton, so it'll be an Aldershot throw. And will they look to take this one quickly and build some pressure, Alan? Still 0-0.
Some good interplay again there from Willard, Stokes and Tolaj, and then Jack Barham again drifted out to the right. His cross was just deflected back for a goal kick.
1-2 passing between Jones and Stokes there off the throw-in, and Andy Wing not quite happy there. Stokes crosses the ball in. He thought there was a handball off that throw-in, but Ryan Glover's kept the ball in by the left-hand corner flag. Back to Harfield. Glover then picks it up again, still in the attacking third, level with the 6-yard box now, trying to go to the byline. His cross is blocked by Craig. So another attacking throw-in to Aldershot here. And Glover with it now. Just goes back to Haji Minoga in the centre circle, and the shots will look to rebuild. Everybody behind the ball here for Solihull. as they defend their own box tenaciously, putting pressure on anyone who's on the ball, not giving Aldershot much time or space. Here's Harfield again, inside right channel, cross towards Tolaj, and it's blocked by Kyle Morrison, who puts it out for another throw. Similar position on the Aldershot left-hand side. And here's Tolaj providing some hold-up play, or is it Stokes rather, to the byline, across the face of goal. No, it's gone out for I believe a goal kick. Mm-hmm. And there's a post that's obviously holding up this stand just in my eye line as I look towards the Solihull Moors goal there. Yeah. But still 0-0 after a good passage of play from Aldershot there.
And Aldershot are playing like the home side today. Solihull just content to sit deep and try and hit Aldershot on the break. And so far, we've had 20 minutes. I can't see when the time, but it's been all Aldershot.
And if you're just joining us here on the BBC Sport website with BBC Surrey with our coverage of this National League game, I'm Angus Patterson, standing in for your usual Aldershot Town commentator Rob Worrell, here with Alan Baldwin, our summariser this afternoon. And we'll be going live shortly for an update into Joe Talbot's afternoon show on BBC Radio Surrey. But if you're with us, welcome, joining from North East Hampshire or further afield. Shots fans, a good number here in attendance as the long ball goes forward towards Barham once again. Right hand side of the penalty area as he got round his man. It's a contact. He's got clipped there and the referee has not given a penalty. Now there looked to be very clear contact there between Stearman and Barham. Was Barham already on his way down there?
That looked a good shout for a penalty, Angus.
It really did. And Aldershot fans will feel hard done by there as the referee has not given a penalty when there looked to be a definite clipping of Jack Barham's ankles from Richard Stearman, the vastly experienced defender, formerly of teams like Wolves and Fulham even.
He did him for pace there, and he looked in on goal, and then he just stumbled, and I thought it was a contact by Stearman. So I'm sure Aldershot will be very disappointed they didn't get anything out of that.
Barham certainly causing a threat down that right-hand side. That's about 20 minutes gone here. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. Solihull haven't really had a chance from goal. A couple of opportunities from crosses to sort of get a header flicked back across, but they haven't been able to get anybody on the end of those just yet. And Aldershot, a couple of dominant spells of possession as they're on the ball again here now. Aaron Jones and Haji Minogue exchanging passes just inside the Aldershot half on the right-hand side. Across to Harries now on the line of the sort of defensive third. Now left to Glover, the wing-back. Lovely 1-2 with Willard. Releases Glover down that left wing. And Stokes is there on the inside left channel. He's put Glover in on the byline. Cross towards Tolaj, and it's claimed there. Well claimed by Simkin, the goalkeeper of Solihull Moors. But a lovely move there down that left-hand side. Glover with multiple 1-2s. Great running. And causing Simkin some problems here. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0.
Yeah, I think Glover should have kept the cross a little bit lower, and it was a fairly easy take for Simkin in the end. But we've got 23 minutes, and Aldershot have been completely dominant in this game, and we've seen this before at Boreham Wood and Altrincham on Tuesday. We just need to make this count. There's not been any clear-cut opportunities so far, but we need to create those.
Certainly Tommy Widrington will be happy with the way his side are playing. They're finding the spaces in behind, particularly with Barham. Stokes is lively in that attacking midfield role, number 10. I would say he's winning the battle of the Joshes. Josh Kelly and Josh Stokes, both wearing number 10, both scored 7 goals for their respective sides this season. But Stokes looks the more lively for Aldershot in this game. Haji Minogue comes out strongly, claims a header off a Solihull free kick. And we're shortly going live for another update on BBC Surrey's radio show as an attack comes to nothing again for Solihull. It's cleared for a Solihull throw by Aaron Jones on the Aldershot right-hand side. But Joe Newton here for Solihull with the chance for an attacking throw. And I'm not sure whether Solihull have a long throw specialist. And they've gone short to Mafuta, but it's cut out by Widrington. And forward towards Barham. Back in to the Aldershot penalty area, but cleared by Harries. Carl Morrison gives it away though, and here is Tolaj, and he's fouled there by Gus Mafuta, and they'll have an attacking free kick opportunity here. Will Aldershot inside right channel, about 10 yards away from the edge of the penalty area. A chance to put a couple of the tall guys in. Sending across.
The referee's having a word with Mafuta. That's good. He's being consistent. You know, if there is a foul which breaks down an attack like that did, then he's got to have a word with the defender or the midfielder in this case.
So here we go with the BBC Surrey update. Opening stages have been lively, both sides creating chances in a quite open game, and Aldershot have been the better of the two sides, but it's still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, as Aldershot have a free kick now, whipped in by Ryan Glover towards the head of Tolaj, but unfortunately it hit his arm there, and so the referee's given a free kick. Yeah, Aldershot the better side here, and on top in the game, a great chance created a few minutes ago by Ryan Glover down the left-hand side, claimed well by Tommy Simpkin, the Solihull goalkeeper. So score still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. Right, well here we are, Alan, so the time just 25 minutes gone, sunshine flooding this very high quality pitch, very good looking pitch, especially for a National League club here in the West Midlands, and the long ball forwards from Solihull results in a free kick for Aldershot with the aerial battle adjudged to have involved a foul there by the referee Aji Ajibola, and ball forwards flicked on off the head of Barham towards Stokes, but Carl Morrison trapped it well. It's back with Tommy Simpkin, the Solihull Moors goalkeeper. Can Aldershot become the first team to beat Solihull this season after their unbeaten start has stretched for 14 games, 8 wins, 6 draws, only 12 goals conceded, so they do concede on average less than a goal per game, Alan. Clearly a defence that is hard to break down.
Exactly what I said earlier, they seem to be doing better away from home because of that. They're very hard to break down, and it gives perhaps them the opportunity to break and score goals on the break. But at the moment, they're just passing it around at the back, not really knowing what to do with it.
So Morrison, just outside the D of the Solihull penalty area, exchanges passes with Maycock, and Aldershot doing a good job of preventing Solihull from building up through the thirds, forcing them to go long towards the number 9, Mark Beck, who can use his height to provide hold-up play, to provide headers to flick on and releasing runners to go in behind him. But good pressure there from Aaron Jones.
I've noticed that number 19 is playing at left wing back, left centre back, and he wasn't on the starting 11. That's Conor Barrett.
That's Stearman.
Was it 19? I thought he was number 5.
No, he's he wears number 19 to Stearman, the 36-year-old experienced player. And it's won by Joe Newton on the left-hand side for Solihull. Releases Maycock down the left, and he's brilliantly chased back by Haji Minoga, who did him for pace there, recovered the ball beautifully. And Jack Stevens has won it from Widrington, who tries to tackle him. And Minoga goes in there, and a bit of retribution because Stevens had gotten the better of Widrington, and so Minoga came in to clear up the danger, but he came in too hard. Referee called for a free kick, and this is a dangerous position, Alan. Only about 5 yards outside the Aldershot penalty area on the left, inside left channel as it were. And what can Solihull do with this one? Dangerous from Haji Minoga there. Lucky not to go in the book. Or has he been booked there?
He's been booked. I was just going to say, this is not the first time he's won a ball cleanly, perhaps made a bit of contact after he's won the ball, and the referee's deemed that a foul and a bookable offence. So I'm really surprised. We seem to have outlawed the sliding tackle these days, and I think he's very unlucky there. And it's a dangerous position, as you said. Number 10, Josh Kelly on the ball. He's a very good free kick specialist as well. So danger for the first time in the Aldershot goal.
It certainly is the most sort of potent of all the free kick opportunities that Solihull have had in terms of the position of where the foul was committed. Ajibola just having the referee, just having words with the Aldershot wall. But Josh Kelly, he scored 7 goals so far this season. Standing over this ball, as is Joe Newton, the left wing back. So up steps Kelly, chips it over the wall. No, it's gone straight into the knee of Josh Stokes there. Poor free kick from Josh Kelly, and the opportunity comes to nothing for Solihull Moors. Kelly trying to play in Joe Newton down the left-hand side, and Stokes gets his foot in there, draws the free kick, draws the foul, and Solihull Moors retreat back to their own half, frustrated because that free kick was not executed properly by Josh Kelly at all. back with Aldershot for the free kick, Alan.
Never looked like it was going to get over the wall, did it? And it was a good position, right foot. You know, he could have caused a lot of danger there, but thankfully for Aldershot, it came to nothing.
And Van Stappershoff puts it long towards Barham. There's a little shove there on Barham by Carl Morrison, but not quite enough for the referee to call for the free kick there, as Cade Craig goes back to James Clark. I keep wanting to say Jack Clark for some reason. It's James Clark, the captain, on the right of the back three for Solihull. And playing well so far is James Clark against the likes of Stokes and Ryan Glover on the left. It seems to be down the right where Aldershot are having more joy so far in this game, as Stearman comes across to intercept a ball that was bound for Laurent Tolaj, but it's gone out on the far side. So Ryan Glover chasing after this ball. Will Aldershot look to take it quickly and try and build some pressure? We've played nearly 30 minutes here. It's still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0 here with BBC Surrey, and the Hampshire faithful enjoying their side's performance so far, I would say, Alan. Aldershot have certainly... they're not here just to make up the numbers.
No, they've taken the game to Solihull, definitely. And that, as I said, the previous two away games I'd been at, it was a similar pattern, and we really didn't take advantage of the possession and territory, and that's probably one weakness that we need to capitalise on. We need to improve on.
So, ball went out there on the far side, just as Alan was talking. So, James Clark taking a long throw here for Solihull, and it flicked on by Mark Beck towards Kelly, but his touch was a little bit strong, so it went straight into the Aldershot's defence. And back to Van Stappershoff. And here's Minoga, the Portsmouth youngster, on loan in Hampshire this season, and playing well so far for the Shots, who, as Alan was saying, have slightly been let down by some games in which they've been the better side but haven't been able to score enough goals, and so they sit 13th in the National League with 18 points, as opposed to Solihull, who are third on 30 points with their unbeaten start. A few draws too many, really, for both sides, actually, but Aldershot the stronger team when they're at home. Solihull actually better when they're on the road. So that might give Aldershot some hope here that they can get something out of this game. Currently 0-0, and that would be ultimately a pretty good result for the Shots, taking a point back to Hampshire ahead of this week's break. No game on Tuesday night in the National League, as there's FA Cup qualifying next weekend. And the cross comes in towards Barham from the left-hand side for Aldershot from Ryan Glover there, but it's cleared by Solihull. Back to Cade Craig, tries to go around Ryan Glover, keeps it in, and back to James Clark. He's got Gus Mafuta just in front of him, but he's looking long, James Clark. No one going to him, so he's got time to try and pick out a pass towards Beck, who's tried to flick in Jack Stevens down the left-hand side, and he's gotten to it, Jack Stevens. He's taking on Cian Harries here. Harries pulls his shirt. Does he go down there? No, he's tried to flick it back to Beck. Right to Newton, but he's cut out there by Aaron Jones, and so counter-attack is on here for Aldershot. Towards the right-hand side, and Tolaj trying to provide some pace here. Only back to Theo Widrington, though, as Solihull have dealt with their counter-attack very well. Back to Minoga, as Aldershot still have possession. 32 minutes gone. It's Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. And Willard now driving forwards in the midfield. Into the attacking third is Ryan Glover on the wide left-hand side. Back to Harfield, and again to Willard. He's got Widrington short, but he tries to play in Stokes on the edge of the penalty area. Was the offside? No, the referee has blown his whistle to stop play somewhere. Can't quite see if there's an offside flag on the far side. Can you, Alan?
No, there wasn't. No, I don't understand why he stopped play.
I'm not sure. Anyway, so the ball's come back now, and it's with Aldershot again. Yeah. I think it's Harfield's going to restart play. Will it be a drop ball?
It caught the referee on the way through. Perhaps that's a drop ball, yeah.
Yeah. That was Alan Baldwin there. I'm Angus Pattison, standing in for Rob Worrell this afternoon. If you're joining us, Aldershot fans from the northeast corner of Hampshire or further afield, on our BBC Surrey online commentary service. And we'll be doing updates every now and again into the actual radio show as Tolaj fouls Joe Newton, the fullback for Solihull there.
He is sometimes a little bit clumsy, Tolaj, and his eagerness really, and he's a big lad for a 21-year-old, and sometimes he mistimes those challenges, but I've got a lot of faith in him for the future. He's got a good first touch.
And that foul was just the edge of the Solihull Moors penalty area, so Tommy Simkin, a young 18-year-old goalkeeper on loan from Stoke City this season, and obviously doing something right, because they haven't lost a game yet of Solihull Moors. Here it is with Willard in the Aldershot half, left to Harfield, and driving forwards now. Spreads it wide to Glover. Glover with time and space to dribble into. Tries to chip it forwards towards Harfield, but it's mishit that pass, and Harfield was never going to get there. It's gone straight out for a goal kick to Solihull Moors. 34 minutes gone, 0-0.
That was a wasted opportunity. Glover was advancing on the left-hand side, inside channel, and he just needed to play a short ball out to Harfield, and he overcooked it. But another opportunity not taken advantage of.
So, Josh Stokes winning the battle of the Joshes, both wearing number 10, both having scored 7 goals this season. Stokes and Josh Kelly, the Solihull number 10. He's been the more lively this half as Josh Stokes. Aldershot's promising youngster. I was there when the Shots beat Wealdstone back at home, and Stokes scored 2 goals in that game. Fantastic performance. And he has played reasonably well in this one, playing just behind Tolaj in that creative midfield role.
Yeah, I think both him and Tolaj are more than just goal scorers. They come off their men well, and they control it well, and they link up play well. I think they've both got good futures.
So here is the long ball again from Solihull Moors, and Tommy Widrington, I would say, will be happy with the number of long balls, the number of direct plays that are coming forwards from Solihull. They can't build up through the midfield, through the thirds. And all the shots seem to be dominating the middle of the park here, which is good news for the Shots fans. And Tolaj there goes down, trying to claim for a foul from Mafuta, but the referee allows play to continue. It's back with Stearman for Solihull, inside the Solihull half. Retreating almost back towards the edge of their penalty area, and Maycock has it now on their left-hand side. All the way back to Simkin, who's chased down by Tolaj. Has to get out of his feet quickly, does Tommy Simkin. But they managed to get it around Laurent Tolaj through Morrison, back with Stearman. Here's Newton on the left-hand side, still inside the Solihull half, and it's cut out by Aaron Jones for a throw into Solihull. And a lot of the play happening in the Solihull half here.
Yeah, I was saying about Tolaj's first touch. It's let him down a couple of times today, and it's a commentator's curse.
And Beck's played in here, Josh Kelly in behind, and well dealt with by Ollie Harfield, who chased him all the way. And Beck had taken the receipt of a throw-in, chested it down, and then just chipped it over the top for Josh Kelly to run onto. But Harfield tracked him all the way and has put it out for a corner. And I believe this is the first corner of the game so far. Certainly Solihull's first corner, I think.
Yeah, it is their first.
Coming across is Jack Stevens.
Aldershot, I think, had one. But yeah, I mean, that's probably why they're doing so well on away trips. That was a rapid counter-attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it took us by surprise almost. So Stevens now, who's playing sort of left of a front three for Solihull, standing over the corner. In it comes now, looking towards Beck for the far post. So it was Stearman rather, trying to get his head on it, but it's dealt with by Aaron Jones. And it will be a throw-in to Solihull as Cade Craig comes across to take that one. So Aaron Jones must have touched it last there. But Aldershot defending their box reasonably well. Really, Solihull haven't had many chances since their only a couple of free kicks that they've tried to put a cross in. And here comes another one, but Van Stappershoff comes and claims it well. And that quick counter where Beck played in Josh Kelly in behind, but there wasn't really much else that has happened this half so far for Solihull Moors. And Beck, under pressure from Minoga and Widrington, manages to get it out to Stevens on the left-hand side for Solihull. Intercepted by Jones, though, and he finds Widrington and Willard now. Willard with space to run into. Crosses halfway. He's got Ryan Glover on the left. He's drifted over to the left himself as Willard, and here's Glover ahead of him. Marked by Cade Craig. Glover cutting inside, and it's back now to Harfield. Inside to Widrington. What can he do with this one, Widrington? Spreads it wide to Aaron Jones on the right, and everybody apart from Beck is now back behind the ball for Solihull Moors. And we've seen this situation before in this game. Aldershot dominating possession with a very high defensive line. All the way inside the Solihull half as Cian Harris has a speculative effort way over the bar, high and wide there from Cian Harris. 38 minutes gone, still Solihull nil, Aldershot.
No, not his finest moment, Cian Harris. He's been playing well lately, but he does well when he fizzes balls into the strikers, but that was a 35-yard effort, harmlessly wide and high.
Shortly, just a second, we'll be going back for another update into BBC Surrey. We've got 7 minutes to go to the end of this first half. And here we go. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, but the Solihull goalkeeper has just been fouled here by Jack Barham after a long ball almost resulted in a goal from in behind for Aldershot. As you said, still goalless today, and it's been Aldershot who've been on top, Joe. Lots of possession inside the Solihull half, but haven't been able to create that chance with the final ball. Solihull had a dangerous free kick that was given to their free kick specialist and top goal scorer Josh Kelly, but he could only fire it straight into the Aldershot wall. Not much else has been happening here. First half has been a midfield battle, really. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. And
Tommy Widdrington wasn't at all happy there because it was a long ball forward. The keeper, Simpkin, had to come out of his area to try and head it clear. Barham challenged him, and it was a fair challenge. He went for the ball, he didn't go for the keeper, and the two collided, and the keeper decided, the referee decided the keeper should get the benefit of the decision. I thought that was a bit harsh. Even with my Aldershot hat on, it was a fair challenge.
Yeah, Jack Barham sort of down on the ground initially there as well. Bit of an injury scare, but he's back on his feet. He's fine. And the ball forwards towards Tolaj is cut out by Solihull, and it's here with James Clark in the centre circle. Round the corner from Kelly, who plays in Cade Craig down the right, but he's well tracked by Ryan Glover, and Craig's ball towards Kelly was cut out by Ollie Harfield, and the throw-in goes Aldershot's way after a deflection off Josh Kelly. So Ryan Glover has the ball now on that far side, the Aldershot left as we look at it. Aldershot in their red and blue stripes, red shorts, red socks, attacking to away to our right, and we are slightly left of the centre circle, so the goal that Aldershot are attacking is reasonably far away from us, and there's an annoyingly positioned metal girder which is just in the way of my eye line coming towards the goal as Simpkin comes out again to deal with the long ball, chests it down and tries to play it long, headed forward there by Minoga, but Simpkin being forced into some brave goalkeeping play here, Alan, as twice now he's had to come out of his penalty area. Still 0-0.
He was good 10 yards out of his area there, wasn't he? And that could have been disastrous for him, but fair play to him. He took the decision, he got it right.
And it's back with Simpkin now as 4 minutes to go to the end of this first half. Kyle Morrison playing in the centre of the Solihull back three. And although 0-0 and a goalless scoreline isn't the best for fans, actually, given that Solihull Moors have been such a good team in the National League this season, 14 games unbeaten, for Aldershot to come here and get a point, if the score were to remain like this, that wouldn't be the end of the world, as Tolaj takes down the ball in the centre circle, tries to play in Stokes. It's slightly deflected, but Stokes recovers possession, drifts over to the left-hand side, back to Glover, forwards towards Willard, but his pass is just cut out, and it's with Gus Mafuta here for Solihull. Maycock now just outside the penalty area, and Aldershot pressing high to try and prevent Solihull from getting out, and they've given away a throw-in of the Moors. Minoga to take this quickly across to Cian Harries back in the Aldershot half, but the Shots trying to play quickly here, finish the first half strongly. Widdrington back to Harries, back into the midfield to Stokes, and again a 1-2 with Harries, and Patience winning out again for Aldershot as Stokes makes the run forward. He's shoved off the ball by James Clark, and there'll be a free kick here. James Clark just too strong with his shoulder barge there, and now an attacking free kick opportunity for the Shots here, Alan.
Yeah, that was a blatant foul, wasn't it? He just shoved him off the ball, and Stokes was running onto it. I thought he would get there, and Clark just took him out. The referee hesitated. Perhaps he was waiting for an advantage, but there was no advantage.
And how crucial could it be if Aldershot could take full advantage of this attacking free kick opportunity? They're 8 yards outside the Solihull penalty area, slightly left of centre. Theo Widdrington is standing over this one. What a goal, what a time to score this would be at the end of this first half, as Aldershot aim to become the first team to beat Solihull Moors so far this season. And the referee just positioning the wall here and then stepping out of the way There's men tussling on the edge of the penalty area in case for the chip in. Here's Widrington, tries to go for goal, and it's well over the bar. And he got it over the wall that time, unlike Josh Kelly for Solihull, but it didn't dip soon enough, and it's gone straight over the bar. And in fact, there may have been a foul called by the referee because there's an Aldershot player down after the tussling on the edge of the penalty area. Referee beckoning the medical team onto the field, and it's Harries who's gone down here. But that free kick, couldn't put it on target there, Theo Widrington.
I was quite surprised that Theo Widrington was taking that. Tolage is a good striker of the ball, and Glover as well, and I thought they would be better positioned to take that, but it was a harmless, it just floated over the bar. It was nowhere near the getting underneath.
And just a slight pause, and some players coming over to the sideline just beneath us for a drinks break, as Harries is seen to by the medical team. He's back up on his feet now, Cian Harries, which is a good thing to see from an Aldershot perspective. Barham coming over with a slightly frustrated look on his face to get a drink, some hydration, and a few players still out on the pitch. Harry's just being led off now. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, it's been a game of few chances. I don't think either keeper has had to make a save. A couple of crosses collected. There's 2 minutes of added time, which, there's been a couple of stoppages, but to be honest, it's been a fairly dour Aldershot dominating possession, but not really creating anything at the far end.
Yeah, just haven't got that final ball in, have they? They haven't got that killer pass to create the killer chance. And as you mentioned there, Alan, the board has gone up to signal that we've got only the 2 minutes of added time, which in this day and age, with all the added time that's being put onto the end of halves in football matches, that's a very low number. It shows how open and free-flowing the game has been, really. No long delays, really, other than that short injury break, as Glover there is shoved off the ball by Josh Kelly inside the Aldershot half on the far side, the left, as we look at it. So Ollie Harfield stands over this one. We're just crossed into the 45 minutes, so we're in those 2 minutes of extra time. Cian Harries has just been allowed back onto the pitch. Harfield then, left-hand side inside the Aldershot half, elects to play back to Jordi van Stappershoff, who can play the ball long, and you can see Jack Barham getting ready to make his run in behind, and Tolage here, and Barham comes for the header, and it's headed away instead by Richard Stearman for Solihull Moors, and this half perhaps just fizzling out towards the end. Or will Aldershot be able to create one more chance here? And it's Jones just outside the attacking third on the right hand side with a throw in. Widrington's come short to give him an option, but he's gone ahead to Jack Barham instead. Tries to flick it across to Stokes, but it's cleared out again by Morrison. Not all the way out of play though, and it's headed forward by Jones towards Barham. Comes to Stevens though for Solihull. Back to Stearman. And still with Solihull on the left with Newton. He plays it long towards Beck, but Minoga cuts it out. A few Solihull fans calling for a handball there, as Minoga went down. Looked to be tripped there by Beck, but play on, says the referee. And so Cian Harries tries to put it long towards Stokes again. Headed away by Stearman. Gus Mafuta now to Joe Newton. Forwards, but cut out by Minoga for Aldershot, and it's gone beyond Tommy Willard, but Ryan Glover can come across and deal with it inside left channel. Glover running towards the penalty area into the attacking third, right to Aaron Jones, and he puts the cross in, and it's towards Glover there, but it's headed away only as far as Widrington. Forwards, and it's beyond Glover there, and Widrington's header pretty misplaced, and 47 minutes have gone. Goal kick to Tommy Simkin, and that is the end of the first half. Whistle blown there by Ajibola. And in some ways a turgid first half, not many chances created, but Aldershot can be happy with their performance so far. Tommy Widrington will be encouraging his players, I would think, at half-time. They just need that killer pass, that killer delivery into the penalty area to create the chance. But they've been a better side here, Aldershot, so far, Alan, don't you think?
Yeah, and the refreshing thing is they've taken the game to Solihull. Solihull have sat back as like an away side, really, and Aldershot have been on the ball, probably had 75% possession, and a majority of the territory as well. And they've taken the game to Solihull. They just can't get that final ball to create the opportunity in the area. But I'm really pleased that they've taken this attacking attitude. They've not sat back. They go for it, and if they lose, then fine. At least you can say they've had a go, and some really good passing between them. They really seem to gel now as a passing team, and just need to get that final ball through to the strikers. But a good performance so far.
And as the fans head to go and pick up their pie and their sausage roll and a drink at half time, we'll take a short break, do an update into BBC Radio Surrey. But at the end of this first half, in the National League, it's Solihull Moors 0, Aldershot Town 0.
Tommy and his coaching staff are wondering how they can get a bit more out of the team. They're talking in front of us in the dugout there, and it's changing their views, and hopefully they'll come up with a master plan for the second half.
Still goalless here, Joe. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, and a first half similarly to the Woking game with few chances at both ends. Solihull's only threat has come from free kicks and long balls here. No chances really created from open play. And Aldershot have really dominated the game for long spells in this encounter, with lots of possession inside the Solihull half. Lots of joy going down the flanks, down the right and left wing, but the crosses and the final deliveries have been left wanting for the shots. So no clear-cut chances created. The closest they came was on 25 minutes when Ryan Glover got himself in behind, but his cross was claimed by the Solihull keeper Tommy Simkin. And they had a free kick chance just before half-time on 42 minutes that was put well over the bar by Theo Widrington. So all to play for in this second half. Solihull Moors, of course, unbeaten in the National League so far this season, so it wouldn't be the end of the world for Aldershot to claim a point on the road here. But so far, it's Solihull 0, Aldershot 0.
Sorry? Okay.
Good afternoon and welcome back to sunny Solihull in the windy West Midlands as we are here in the National League for Solihull Moors versus Aldershot Town. I'm Angus Patterson, standing in for the normal shots commentator Rob Worrell, here with Alan Baldwin as a summariser this afternoon. And the teams have just come out to start the second half. The big news is that Solihull have made 2 changes at the break, bringing on Connor Barrett for their centre-back Richard Stearman and Joss Labadie, their midfielder, for their big number 9 Mark Beck. So potentially a formation change as well for Solihull as they play it forward down the right-hand side, and Craig tries to flick it forwards. Widrington, though, has got his foot on it, and it's gone all the way forward towards Barham. Simkin comes out to deal with it again in the Solihull goal. So, to run you through the starting lineups again as we get going in the second half, scores 0-0. Tommy Simkin in goal with James Clark, Kyle Morrison and Connor Barrett, now the back 3 for Solihull Moors. Cade Craig and Joe Newton still playing as wing-backs, with Maycock and Mafuta in midfield, joined by Joss Labadie, and then Josh Kelly and Jack Stevens playing as more of a front 2, I think, in their new formation. And Aldershot are unchanged so far. So Van Stappershoff in goal, Haji Minoga, Cian Harries and Ollie Harfield the back 3, Ryan Glover the left wing back, Aaron Jones the right wing back, with Widrington in midfield alongside Willard, Stokes in the number 10 role just behind Barham and Laurent Tollage. So back underway, Alan. What do you think Aldershot need to do this half to become the first side this season to beat Solihull Moors? As a Solihull player goes down there. Sorry to interrupt you, Alan. It's Jack Stevens. He's been brought down there by Ollie Harfield. Referee coming over to give the free kick.
Could be another yellow, could it?
Is Harfield going to go in the book here? I'm not sure. It did look...
Yeah.
I mean, there was contact, but there wasn't loads. Stevens just went down pretty theatrically, but Harfield has indeed been booked here early in the second half. Not the ideal start for Aldershot, Alan.
No, I think that was probably a yellow card in today's climate. He just a little bit late and brought it down on the right touchline. So no complaints from me as an Aldershot supporter, but it's a dangerous position.
I felt it was a bit harsh to give a yellow card. There certainly was a foul, but wasn't sure it was a yellow. But here are Newton and Jack Stevens standing over it. It's all the way down on the right hand side of the penalty area, sort of 6 yards or so from the corner flag for Solihull Moors, and they are now attacking the goal away to our right, which the view is slightly obscured of, so do excuse me if I can't identify any players around this pillar in this main stand. So here's Joe Newton whipping the ball across. It's towards Craig, but it's well dealt with by Harries for Aldershot, and it goes long forward to be dealt with by Labadie at the back, or rather it's Craig there for Solihull. Forward towards Kelly, and a long ball there. Will Kelly keep it in? No, but it's come off. Harfield has it, so it will be a corner for Solihull Moors, and the Solihull Moors fans coming back into their seats now, applauding their side's effort to get on top in this second half after Aldershot certainly were the better of the two sides in the first, Alan. So score still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0.
Yep, still waiting for the first save from either keeper. We've got to mention at half-time that it was a very good penalty. Everybody around us have agreed that, you know, we'd take our Aldershot hats off. It was a good shout.
Here's the corner now coming in, and it's towards Cade Craig again, but the referee was blowing his whistle, and I think he's signalling that someone was holding an Aldershot player back, so the Shots will have the free kick. It did look like a dangerous corner coming in, level with the 6-yard box on the far post. But Van Stappershoff will be glad to be able to take a free kick out for the Shots. Yeah,
you've got to say, I'm glad that Stearman and Beck have gone off at half-time, because that would have been meat and drink for them, that sort of ball.
Yes, true. They probably were the two tallest players in the Solihull side. Actually, you're right. Here's Barham making the run forward for Aldershot. Long ball from Van Stappershoff, and Barham gets on the end of it in towards Stokes in the penalty area. Tries to go down, but that was too soft there. Referee was never going to give that penalty. And James Clark angry with Josh Stokes there. It's gone forward now for Solihull. Open game now this as Jack Stevens tries to play it across to Maycock. Chance missed by Callum Maycock. Oh no, it was cleared off the line. And Maycock's ball ballooned upwards over Van Stappershoff, but it was Haji Minoga who came across to head it off the line for Aldershot. Well, there was the first chance of the game, and it was it opened up because Aldershot had gone on the attack. Solihull countered, Maycock was in, put it on target but cleared off the line, Alan. 0-0.
Again, we're susceptible to those swift counter-attacks, and that was a really good, but that's probably Solihull's best move of the match, and Maycock perhaps should have put that in, but it got deflected up in the air, and Minoga was covering behind, so fair play.
Corner comes in now low towards Gus Mafuta, again cleared off the line, and a corner routine. That was a training ground move there from the Moors, and another shot on target comes from it, and Solihull certainly on top here early in the second half. 49 minutes gone. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, should be 1-0.
Yeah, another corner, but different approach. It came in low to the edge of the box, and was it Gus Mafuta got on the end of it, but it was blocked thankfully, and Aldershot eventually cleared it, and now it's a goal kick.
So then, Jordi van Stappershoff just taking his time a bit, trying to cool things down after the Moors they've been clearly given a bit of a talking to by their manager, Andy Wing, at half-time, as they cut out the Aldershot move again here and try and release Maycock going forward down the right-hand side. And Andy Wing and Ollie
Come on,
Harfield
referee, have a word with
the
manager there.
Argy-bargy there. The fourth official coming across to deal with the complaint, and they've now shaken hands and made up. Referee just urging some calm here after the second half has started very
Andy Wing was stopped. Harfield taking a quick throw there, and that was poor on his part. The referee's just had a quick word.
Well, so the throw in now in the Aldershot half as they attack towards our left this time. And the shade coming across with the sun setting behind us, so the far side of the pitch still covered in sunlight, but our side still in the shade. And Josh Stokes trying to get in front of the free kick taken quickly by Solihull. It goes forward but dealt with by Minoga, cleared long towards Stokes. He's backing into his man Josh Labadie, and he's won a free kick there, Josh Stokes.
Yeah, clever that. He won that free kick, didn't he? He was backing into Labadie, and he was always going to be pulled up for that.
Showing some fight here, so we're shortly going for a update on BBC Radio Surrey, and we'll be giving them this latest on the state of play in this game. And we're hearing a goal here at Woking, and Jaskalainen scored, I believe, for Woking. So goal news from the other fixtures involving the BBC Surrey side. Still goalless here at Solihull Moors, and taking a while to get to us for our update on BBC Radio Surrey because of that goal. So Ollie Harfield restarts play with a free kick on the left-hand side, just inside the Aldershot half, and carries now, plays it long towards Barham, flicked on to Glover, and Glover's taken the ball down, kept it in on the left-hand side, but tried to find Stokes, and it was beyond him. So here comes Cade Craig for Solihull. Kelly now plays in Maycock in behind, but Maycock tracked by Minoga, and now we're going to BBC Radio Surrey. Barham is in behind here. No change still. Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, Joe, but this second half has started much more open, much more lively than the first. And big chances have come for Solihull Moors, who've started much the better side here in this second 45 minutes. A chance on 47 to score a goal off a counter-attack, and then they had an ensuing corner, which resulted in another shot on target, both blocked on the line by Aldershot. So still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, but the shot's currently clinging on a little bit because Solihull have started much better this second half. 0-0 the score. Sorry about that.
It's just a few yards outside the left-hand side of the penalty area for Glover's going to take it. So this is when we need to be more precise with our free kicks.
Indeed, attacking opportunity after Stokes did some great work just outside the Solihull penalty area. Glover with his green boots and the red shorts, red socks, and the blue and white stripes, rather blue and red stripes. And it's on his right foot, takes it on the ground to Tolaj. He's on the penalty spot. Was he dragged down there by Mafuta? And again, the referee not calling the penalty. And the Solihull fans, I think, perhaps thinking that Tolaj made a meal of that one. But it did look like his shirt was pulled, and another penalty shout for Aldershot. Perhaps not quite as clear as the one in the first half on Barham, Alan.
No, it's that was a bit more 50-50. I think Tolaj was looking for it, but some referees might have given that.
So, Back we are here with Aldershot again, and Tolaj has won the ball back inside his, inside the Solihull half, and it's chipped forward towards Stokes, but too much on that pass, and so Simkin will come out and claim for Solihull. Out to James Clark on the right-hand side for the Moors defence. Carl Morrison with the new substitute Connor Barrett on his left, who's come on for Richard Stearman, and Theo Widrington coming out of midfield to chase and press the goalkeeper there. Stokes tried to chest it down to Willard in the midfield, but it's come out to Cade Craig for Solihull. Inside into his own half in the defensive line, Carl Morrison now with Barham on his shoulder trying to press him. Barham trying to cut out the pass out to James Clark, and the goalkeeper does indeed go long here, and Harry's just turning his back for Kelly to run into there, and Kelly trying to go down, perhaps trying to convince the referee to blow his whistle. Nothing doing for Ajibola, our lead official this afternoon, as 55 minutes have elapsed in this game. It's still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0. Spread wide left now by Harries into Ryan Glover. Keeps it in but can't quite move the ball quickly enough, as Harfield now plays in Willard into the centre circle just inside the Solihull half. Back to Haji Minoga on the right and forward to Widrington. Willard back to Widrington. Passing it a bit more quickly now are the shots, and Tolaj tried to get himself in front of his man, and he's fouled by Barrett.
Another yellow.
Yeah, Barrett picking up a yellow card here. So one of the Solihull defenders now in the book. Minoga's gone in the book, and Harfield have gone in the book for Aldershot, but one of the Solihull defenders joining them now. But it's 10 yards into the Solihull half, just right of centre, and Theo Widrington standing over this one. Free kick opportunity. What can the shots make of this? They're still 0-0. And of course, Solihull Moors unbeaten here. Minoga chasing after this one, but Simkin comes out and claims it. And Minoga was slightly bumped off the ball by Kyle Morrison there. So defended admirably by Solihull, that free kick. Unbeaten in the National League so far, Solihull. 8 wins, 6 draws from their 14 games. Only 12 goals conceded. So a tough nut to crack. But there are goals in this Aldershot team. They've scored plenty this season. As Tolaj chases a long ball forward, had to be cleared out wide for an Aldershot throw by Connor Barrett. So Aaron Jones coming over to take this throw in.
Tommy Woodford and his coaching staff had a long conversation during the break, thinking that where can we improve. But I don't see any changes in formation and approach. It's the same line-up, the same formation at the moment.
Here's Harries carrying the ball forwards into the Solihull half. Finds Harfield on the left-hand side. A little bit of space for Harfield to Glover on the wide left. Crosses it in towards Tolaj. A lovely cross there, headed away by Connor Barrett, and Tolaj was there waiting for it. Important defensive action from Connor Barrett, the new substitute who's just gone in the book for Solihull, because Tolaj was waiting for that on the far post, Alan.
Yeah, he was just ready to do a scissor kick, wasn't he? You could see him lining it up, but it didn't get to him. Good defending. Still
with the shots here in the Solihull half, far side the right as we look at it. It's out for a throw-in off the deflection of Joe Newton. Aaron Jones takes it quickly back into just outside the attacking third. Theo Widrington with it. Exchanges passes with Aaron Jones, and he'll go back through Haji Minoga as the shots look to build some more possession. Harries plays it forwards towards Tolaj, but it's cut out by Gus Mafuta, who's been in the right place at the right time on a few occasions in this game, just intercepting key passes, controlling that midfield, or at least stopping Aldershot from going sort of centrally into the Solihull penalty area. Here's Joss Labadie now, another new substitute, with a shirt pulled by Stokes there, but nothing doing for the referee, so Stokes has won it back, and he's into the penalty area now. Can he cut onto his right foot? He's well defended there by his opposite number. Tries to play it into Willard, but it's cut out again by Mafuta, and so Maycock can counter. The pass is slightly behind Cade Craig, and it's won back by Stokes. Again, good play from Josh Stokes there. Getting back and putting in a shift here for his team is the young number 10. 7 goals this season. He's Aldershot's top goal scorer, but he also does his defensive duties, Josh Stokes.
He does indeed.
And still with Aldershot here. So they've, after the very quick and very aggressive start by Solihull Moors in this second half, Aldershot have grown back into it, and they've now had the ball for a good few minutes in the Solihull half. We're nearly at the hour mark, 59 minutes gone. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 0, Alan.
Yeah, and yes, you're absolutely right. Solihull came out of the blocks flying, Andy Wing had obviously got into him at half-time, but after that initial 10 minutes, Aldershot have re-established the possession game, and they're now again on the attack.
Here's Stokes, and was he pulled down there by Newton? And again, the referee not blowing his whistle. Stokes in a physical duel there with the Solihull fullback. He'd gotten around him into the byline and looked to have been fouled from behind there. Josh Stokes, a slightly harsh decision, I think, from the referee not to call the foul for that one. Was he inside the penalty area even? Out there on that far side on the dead ball line. We couldn't quite see the exact position he was in, as it's back now with Aldershot with Minoga. Centre circle, chips it forward towards Glover. Can he keep it in? Lovely chest down from Ryan Glover on the left-hand side. Tracked by Cade Craig all the way though, and Glover has to go back to Harfield. The pass is slightly wayward, so Carries comes to clean up. Now with Harfield, and he's got to play it all the way back to Geordie van Stappershoff. But good possession here from Tommy Woodrington's side. The only thing they're missing is that killer ball, the delivery into the penalty area, that through ball to put someone in behind. There's a great touch there from Glover, puts him down the left, in towards Stokes, chance, goal for Tolaj! And the Aldershot faithful go wild on the far side as Laurent Tolaj has put Aldershot into the lead. And are they about to become the first team to beat Solihull Moors this season? On the hour mark, 60 minutes gone, it's Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
A bit more direct from Aldershot there. Haji Minoga in the centre circle played a beautiful ball out left to Glover. Glover had Craig right next to him, but he chested it and took it with his right foot away from Craig. Advanced to the edge of the box, pulled it back for Tolaj, and it was on his favoured left foot. He wasn't going to miss from there. That was a good move and a good goal.
And the noise there from the only about 100 or two Aldershot fans was huge there. We could hear them all the way from the far corner of the pitch as we look at it. They love that goal, scored just in front of the stand, of course, that they are in this half as Aldershot attack right to left. And so Solihull Moors now will have to come from behind in order to maintain that unbeaten record. Are they staring in the face of the first defeat of the season as they go into this FA Cup qualifying break? And the Moors, with some time left on the clock, half an hour or so to go, but Aldershot have taken the lead, and the long ball goes forward towards Josh Kelly for Solihull, but Van Stappershoff comes across and deals with it well. And now the chants are coming out. Now the Aldershot fans over in the stand to our left are singing their hearts out, because Aldershot could really do with 3 points after the loss at Altrincham on Tuesday. And they created that chance beautifully with the lovely work of Ryan Glover down that left-hand side, and a lovely finish from Laurent Tolaj, who's been lively this game. He's gotten involved, he's come to collect the ball, he's been physical in his play, and he got his just rewards there with a 5th goal of the season. Out for a throw-in now on the far side, the right, taken by Aaron Jones here for the shots.
I think you've got to give great credit to Ryan Glover. He's playing out of position on the left, but he's making a good fist of it. He's I'll hesitate for a bit, because here's Stokes.
Stokes has a go from the edge of the penalty area over the bar with the left foot. The number 10 fancied it there, and
perhaps not his strongest foot there, but he created the chance, so full credit to him.
And of course, to go 2-0 up here, perhaps is an opportunity that shouldn't be sniffed at. We go a long way towards securing a big 3 points here for Aldershot Town, who sit 13th in the National League, playing 3rd. Solihull Moors, as we keep saying, they've been unbeaten so far in 14 games, but they find themselves down now to the Shots, who are chasing a rare away victory. They're very strong at home at the Wreck, and it's deflected here to Kelly. Chance to equalise, and no, the flag has gone up, and Kelly was offside. A huge chance there. Geordie van Stappershoff put in the save, but a dangerous counter-attack and a deflection put Kelly in behind. The shot was well saved. Offside flag was up anyway. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yeah, a bit lucky there. Aaron Jones dwelt a little bit, tried to hit the ball against the Solihull player for a throw-in, and it ricocheted into the area. Fortunately, the ball went to a Solihull player in offside position. So we've got to be careful. We've just got to keep our foot on the pedal, make sure we don't sink into a defensive mood.
And just hearing the BBC Radio Surrey updates, in fact Woking didn't score earlier in this half. They were scored against by Southend United, who lead 2-0 at the Laithwaite Community Stadium back in Surrey. But in the northwest corner of Hampshire, unless Kelly can convert this chance here, tries to chip the keeper, but it's blocked by Cian Harries, and that's a handball according to the referee. Very, very harsh in my opinion. Harries was only a yard in front of Josh Kelly there, but the referee has called for handball just outside the penalty area. It's in the D, this free kick, an attacking free kick opportunity here for Solihull Moors. What do you think of that, Alan?
Well, as you said, he was literally standing right next to Josh Kelly. He had no way of getting out of the way. I thought it hit his chest, but it obviously ricocheted off his arm as well. The referee was in a good position, but those sort of
Sorry,
decisions.
Alan, we're just going live on BBC Radio. Sorry. It's Solihull 0, Aldershot 1 here, Cameron. Aldershot have taken the lead on 60 minutes. Lovely goal with some great work down the left-hand side from the wing-back Ryan Glover. Pulled it back across from the byline, and Laurent Tolage finished it at the near post. So Solihull staring in the face of a first defeat this season. They've been unbeaten in 14 games so far, but they're down by a goal to nil to Aldershot Town, but have a very dangerous attacking free kick opportunity just outside the box. Josh Kelly and puts it over the bar, and so the score remains Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yeah, it was a bit too close to the edge of the box to get it up and over the wall. So. But Josh Kelly has scored goals like that before, so it was always that risk for Aldershot. Anyway, we don't deserve to be on level terms. We deserve to be in front on the balance of play, so let's keep that momentum going.
And the ball goes forward from Jordi van Stappershoff. It was towards Laurent Tolage, but headed away by Solihull, but out for a throw, which Minoga is just going to collect the ball and will take. And what a result this would be for the Shots on the road in the West Midlands against an unbeaten side. Tommy Widrington without a couple of key players, without Tyler Frost, without Kwame Thomas, down to, I believe, what you described, Alan, as the bare bones of his squad. But how well they've played this afternoon. They've won the midfield battle. Josh Stokes winning the battle with Josh Kelly, the two number 10s. But some time left on the clock still for the Shots to defend their lead, or of course add to it, as the ball forwards from the back line. Carl Morrison finds the chest of Jack Stevens, but Laurent Tolage has intercepted a pass here now, and he plays it infield to Widrington, and they've got numbers here, have all the shot. Widrington over the top towards Stokes, headed back by James Clark and chested down for the goalkeeper by Cade Craig, so ultimately well dealt with there by the Solihull Moors defence. You can tell that they are a well-coached side, otherwise they wouldn't have gone 14 games unbeaten. And now they can counter with Kelly running down the left-hand side, chased down by Harries. Has Harries brought Kelly down there? And is he about to go in the book himself, Cian Harries? I think the referee is pulling out his yellow card, and Kelly went down there pretty theatrically, it must be said, but it was a foul. Yellow card it is for Cian Harries, and so another dangerous free kick opportunity on that far left-hand side as we look at it for Solihull Moors, Alan.
Yeah, no complaints. He was done for pace there. He put the tackle in, but he just caught Kelly, and I can't really grumble with that, but it's wide on the left, so we've got to be careful with Kelly. He's very, very quick on the counter-attack, and I'm surprised that Minoga wasn't covering that sort of forward run on the left-hand side, but anyway, let's wait until we see what happens with the free kick.
This is turning into a much more entertaining game to watch in this second half. Certainly a lot more chances at either end than the first 45. Here comes the free kick. It's Joe Newton and Jack Stevens standing over this one. They're level with the penalty spot on their far left-hand side, so about 8 yards from the corner flag. Newton on his left foot crosses it in towards the far post. It's way beyond the far post, but it's kept in by Connor Barrett. And Callum Maycock now keeps it in, and the ball comes in from Barrett into the chest of Morrison. His shot was wide, back to Maycock, and the near post, Harfield deals with it well for the Shots, but it's still in play here, and Widrington taking it towards the corner flag, trying to get a deflection but it will go out for a Solihull Moors throw, and they're cheered on by their fans who know they need an equaliser if they're going to maintain their unbeaten start to this season. They sit third in the National League. They've been impossible to beat. No one's done it so far this season. Aldershot on their way, however, at the moment to becoming the first side to do so. Josh Labadie has gone to the byline, puts the ball in, but it's blocked by Widrington, and it will be a goal kick signalled by the linesman, taken by Geordie van Stappershoff. Well, a bit of relief from the pressure there rather than the corner. Goal kick to Aldershot. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
We've got to ride this little bit of pressure. I see Theo Widrington's gone down on his haunches, so he looks like he might be needing a bit of attention. But if you think we've only had one, Aldershot have only had one clean sheet all season, what a time it would be to get another one.
Certainly would, as the players now coming over to their respective managers for another quick water break, using the chance of Widrington going down, and the medical team has come on just to check that Widrington is okay. Of course, son of the manager, Tommy, brother of Kai, the Strictly dance professional.
Yeah, he's a busy man at the moment, Tommy, watching both his sons in action.
Certainly an athletic family, yeah, definitely.
Coming back to our defence, I think our defence have been playing well recently, but we don't seem to be able to keep clean sheets. And I know if Andy Oliver's listening, that's a bane of ease. He will say that good teams build their teams on not conceding, and we haven't done that very often in this, well, only once this season. So it'd be nice to get our second one. Anyway, Theo looks, if he's okay. Limp, he's not walking very freely, but he's coming to the halfway line.
Yeah, he's just coming to the touch line. Doesn't look like there's any substitutes being prepared currently by Aldershot, so it may well be that Widrington comes back on. He's had a good performance as Theo Widrington in the midfield, and really everybody has played well so far for the shots, and you need to do that if you're going to beat this Solihull Moors team, as their unbeaten start tells you. Minoga dealing with a ball forwards towards Stevens, and it's come back out to Gus Mafuta for Solihull. What can they do in these last 15-20 minutes of this game? Can they get back in it? Can they maintain their unbeaten record? And here's Stevens playing it round to the right hand side, and he can't quite get there, can James Clark, but Cade Craig keeps it in. Craig crosses towards Kelly, and Stevens couldn't get there. Comes out to Labadie. Was Labadie fouled there by Stokes? No, says the referee. And the Solihull Moors fans unhappy with that one. I think Stokes' arm was out, but he didn't see that Labadie was right behind him. And may have gotten away with one there, Josh Stokes. Referee nothing doing. Solihull Moors fans wanted the penalty. Sorry, Alan.
He was in a good position, referee, there. He was literally 5 yards from the action, and he waved his arms to say straight away, no penalty.
Back with Solihull Moors now, and Tommy Simkin, the young 18-year-old goalkeeper that they've taken on loan from Stoke City's under-21s, and who's played admirably for them so far this season. In goal, passes it forwards now, and it's out to the right-hand side, and Cade plays in Maycock. He's down on the right wing, marked by Glover. Back to Craig, but the offside flag is up there, and frustration for the Solihull Moors fans as they look to go on the attack. And Craig had played the cross in before he realised that the offside flag had been raised by the linesman there. Aldershot managing to maintain their lead so far, still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yeah, it's a tricky spell for Aldershot at the moment. Solihull are definitely flying caution to the wind at the moment, and let's hope that Aldershot can ride this little bit of pressure and perhaps hit them on the break. 73 minutes gone anyway.
Indeed, so Van Stappershoff taking the free kick given as a result of that offside, and Barham gets his head onto it at the end of the edge of the Solihull penalty area, but it goes all the way through to Tommy Simkin, and it's out now with Morrison again. So Aldershot, 20 minutes or so to go to achieve a great result as Maycock wins the midfield battle. A physical duel there, and Maycock's now taking it forward for Solihull. Out to the right hand side where Craig looks to put the cross in, but Tolaj is there trying to get the block. Very well played there by Tolaj. Cross in towards Stevens is headed away by Minoga, and Kincari's carried away. Oh, and it's put wide by Kelly. And Minoga had headed it away. Harfield or Harries couldn't deal with it, and it bobbled out to Josh Kelly, the top goal scorer but he couldn't find the target there. Got away with one again, Aldershot.
Yeah, I think you would have put money on Kelly putting that in the back of the net. It was a good position. He had time to place his shot, and he placed it wide. He sort of hit the outside of his foot. He skewed wide. But it was a very good opportunity. Aldershot have got to be wary.
Indeed. So the goal kick by Van Stapasov, as Aldershot may have to weather a bit of a storm here in these last almost or just over 15 minutes. Still they lead away at Solihull by a 0-0 to the Shots. And it's back now with the Solihull keeper Tommy Simkin, who hadn't really had much to do in the game before that chance fell to Laurent Tolaj, and he put it away well. Simkin couldn't save that one, despite having put in some good performances. They've kept several more clean sheets than Aldershot have Solihull Moors so far this season, but not today, as Andy Wing just watches the ball go down after it's been cleared by Harfield for a throw on the Solihull right hand side. Here's James Clark, the captain, throwing it into Jack Stevens, and Stevens may have touched his arm there, but play continues. Clark playing it back in field to Stevens, outside of the penalty area to Labadie, back out to the right to Clark, and now down to the byline for Stevens. Can he cross it in? No, Harfield's blocked that one, but the corner conceded. And so Solihull Moors defenders now flooding forward. Here come Morrison and Barrett, and Clark going back to be the only man defending. Labadie also coming forward for Solihull Moors, as Stevens goes out to that right hand side, the far corner, as we look at it, away all the way down to our right, as their pressure and their emerging dominance continues here, Solihull Moors, as they look to get back in this game and maintain their unbeaten record. On the left of Joe Newton, corner comes in towards the far post, headed towards goal, but it's headed away only as far as Stevens by Aldershot. Now cleared by Minoga, out towards Willard, who's kept the ball well, Willard. Minoga clears long now towards Tolaj, and they've dealt with the danger of Aldershot. Corner comes to nothing for Solihull. Ball hits the top of one of the technical areas where the bench is sitting. It's the Solihull technical area, but Widrington will be happy with the way his side dealt with that one. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yes, we haven't got much choice on the subs bench to shore up the midfield. That's what needs doing at the moment. The Solihull are playing through our midfield a little bit too easily.
Here's Widrington, who's playing the ball forwards to Barham, and James Clark's gone down there under the pressure of Barham. Can Barham keep it in? He slipped there multiple times, but just about manages to. And here's Glover going back towards the byline, tracked by Clark, who's given a bit of a shove, and he gives away the throw-in. And not happy with the referee there is James Clark, the captain of Solihull. Thought he was fouled there by Barham. The referee has let a lot go in this game, and to be fair, there have been decisions that both sides have been unhappy with, but Aldershot with multiple penalty shouts not being given, and Glover playing in Harfield on the left, but the offside flag is up on the far side, and that's frustrating for Aldershot because they were on the attack, and Harfield had strayed offside as Glover tried to play him in down the left. Simkin standing over this free kick ball for Solihull, who are running out of time here, getting towards the last 10 minutes of this game, and the long ball goes straight to the head of Haji Minoga, who's had a great season so far on loan from Portsmouth at Aldershot. Brilliant chest down off the long ball from Jack Barham, drops the shoulder and goes the other way as he goes down the left hand side. Cross in was blocked there by Connor Barrett, but it's still with Aldershot with Ryan Glover. Good little turn there from Glover, gets through some traffic. Willard though loses out to Gus Mafuta, and Maycock now plays in Stevens, and can they counter here? Solihull Moors, it's hit Theo Widrington's hand, and again he was very close to the ball, but he's gone into the book there. Very harsh decision for handball on Theo Widrington by the referee. It did hit his arm, but he was so close to the ball he couldn't do anything about that one, but yet the referee's given a yellow card. Harries, however, wins back the ball off the ensuing free kick and plays in Willard. He can run down the left, can Willard. Stokes ahead of him, plays in Stokes inside the penalty area, tries to get it back to Willard, but it just couldn't get there, and James Clark has dealt with it. Certainly a much more open game now in this second half, Alan. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yeah, I noticed quite a few players are slipping at the moment. They have been watering the pitch during the interval, and one or two of the Aldershot players have just slipped at vital moments. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This is an open game now, and Aldershot need to be on their mettle for the last 15 minutes.
And Solihull may leave themselves a bit more exposed at the back as they try and put pressure on Aldershot's defence to get the equaliser, and that could result in a lot of space open for counter-attacks by the Shots, as the Aldershot fans look away, as we look at them away to our left, apprehensive, nervous towards the end of this game, as there are 10 minutes to go, or rather 11 minutes. We've just hit 79 on the clock, so it's Solihull 0, Aldershot 1. Aldershot on the way currently to a great victory here against a side who haven't been beaten so far. Aldershot, as it stands, will be the first side to record a victory against the Moors this season. Tolaj gives the ball to Aaron Jones for a throw-in on the far side, the right for Aldershot. Barham comes from, what would be an offside position, but he can't be an offside from the throw-in. On the corner flag against Joe Newton is Barham, and Newton has given the ball away for another throw-in. So it'll be right on the corner flag, 6-yard box, 6-yard line rather. Throw-in taken quickly, however, and it's back to Willard. Aaron Jones plays in Josh Stokes again down the right, but it's dealt with by Barrett, the substitute for Solihull. And so Aaron Jones has another throw-in, and Aldershot won't mind this because they're in the Solihull half. They're in, not just in the half, they're in the attacking third. And has Josh Stokes won a corner there? No. The referee waving for a goal kick. Josh Stokes, I think, was trying to get a deflection for it to go behind for an Aldershot corner, but didn't quite get it right. So
Jack Barham's worked ever so hard in this game. He's closing down defenders, he's chasing lost causes, he's a real live wire up front. He's not the biggest of player, but he's certainly given the Solihull back line a lot to think about.
Certainly has, as we just get the attendance confirmed today. 1,517 in attendance on this lovely afternoon in the West Midlands. There's a nice breeze coming through, so it's not too warm. Sun's been going sort of in and out behind the clouds being blown across, but really perfect conditions for a game of football. Bit of a breeze to carry those crosses into the penalty area. And
did you mention 211 from Aldershot?
Indeed, 211 away fans as well. That's the number in brackets that we can see. So yeah, a good away support, and like I said earlier, they sounded like a lot more than that when they celebrated Tolaj's goal. Certainly sounded like a much greater number. We're about to go live on BBC Radio Surrey for another short update.
Loose.
Thanks, Joe. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1. Very open game this now. Second half's been totally different from the first. Chances at both ends, and Solihull have been putting pressure on the Aldershot's defence, trying to get that equaliser, which of course would maintain their unbeaten start. Currently they're staring in the face of a first defeat of the season. They had an attacking free kick on 70 minutes right outside the penalty area that was saved. Another chance just shortly afterwards on 73 minutes. So they're putting the pressure on. Aldershot currently, though, holding out. 82 minutes gone. Solihull 0, Aldershot 1. Right, back into the game here on the full commentary online. And Harries has just given away a foul on
don't know if this
Josh
is going to be
Kelly,
a second yellow.
And it was a little bit aggressive from Cian Harries. What's the referee going to do here? Because this is the last thing that Aldershot Town need here. Is it going to be a final warning?
Yeah. But coming back to a couple of minutes ago, the ball came back to Geordie. Geordie hit it long, and Tommy was incandescent with rage, because he's saying, let's keep possession, let's keep the way we were playing in the first half. Let's play it out at the back. That way the opposition can't score.
So, Harfield survives. No, rather, Harry survives. No second yellow just yet. 82 minutes gone, and it's gone forward off the free kick from Solihull Moors. Away to the right-hand side for Cade Craig. Cuts into his left. Crosses over towards Stevens. Or is that Morrison, rather? And will they keep the ball in here, Solihull? Yes, they do. Just about, as Aaron Jones tries to put pressure on Joe Newton, and there's a throw-in given away by Jones to Solihull. Did well not to give away the corner there, Alan. Still Solihull.
He disputed the throw because it seemed to be a double ricochet there, but the referee had none of it.
A throw-in now taken, so Jack Stevens with it on the left-hand side. Joe Newton puts in another cross, but again blocked by
and that was a double
Aaron Jones.
ricochet.
And that one did indeed come off Joe Newton last. So Aldershot will be able to relieve the pressure and take a throw. And the Shots are about to make their first substitution of the game after 83 minutes. His starting 11's played a long time, but Kobe Rowe is about to come on. So
sensible decision. Kieran Harris has been booked. He's just been given his final warning.
Indeed.
And Kobe Rowe will play the centre half role. Not quite so sophisticated, perhaps one might say, but he deserves a chance in the middle of the defence. So let's hope he can do his job. There's 5 minutes plus added time to go.
Indeed, a wise decision, I think, from Tommy Widrington there. Managerial experience. He knows probably better to have fresh legs and someone not on a booking.
Well, I don't think he's tired. I don't think he's injured. It's purely a tactical thing. Let's keep all our players on the field.
So, bit of a header tennis going on, and Minoga dueling with tackle. The Solihull Moors midfield, and tackle won by Minoga, and the ball's gone forward here to Barham. Left-hand edge of the penalty area, turns and keeps it in, does Barham. Here's Stokes on his left, shoots it over the bar, and he snatched at that one, did Josh Stokes. Got himself a yard of space, decided to have a go, but well over, didn't trouble the keeper Tommy Simkin, and so they'll have the goal kick. 5 minutes to go till full time, or rather till stoppage time. Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Great play by Minoga in the middle of the field. He released Jack Barham in the inside left channel. Jack held it up, put it back to Stokes. Stokes a little bit leaning back over the bar, but that was better from Aldershot.
And Minoga wins another header there against Jack Stevens, the striker for Solihull, and another one won by Minoga, and this time the fouls are judged to have been committed by Josh Stokes on Joss Labadie, the midfielder for Solihull. So Solihull will take the free kick. They're looking to steal an extra 5 yards or so from where the referee wants it to be taken, so they'll have to deal with being sort of 45 yards out from goal, but an opportunity to sort of float a ball in here for Solihull as they try desperately to get an equaliser. They don't want to lose their unbeaten record, especially not at home. And here's Clark chipping it in towards the edge of the penalty area, but easily headed away there by Rowe. Not enough on that chip. And now just lofted back in by Cade Craig towards Labadie. Cleared by Jones towards Tolaj. Can Tolaj keep it in? Yes, he wins the duel with James Clark and tried to play in Josh Stokes there, but was just behind him. And so Tolaj and Stokes' connection not quite working out that occasion. Gus Mafuta inside the Solihull half still, which Aldershot won't mind that. Barrett across to Morrison.
Max Mullins is going to come on. I'm not sure who's going to go off, but it's a defensive substitution, so perhaps he's going to take a midfielder off, or a forward even.
And the ball's rolled out on the far side, the Aldershot right, as we can see it. Aaron Jones will have the throw-in because a header forward came in from Solihull, but the player that was aiming for was offside. So here comes Maxwell Mullins as he will replace Tolaj. So a very defensive substitution, taking off the number 9 and bringing on another defender in Mullins. So looking to see out the result here. Aldershot, just writing that down on our notes. We've played nearly 88 minutes of the 90 here as the cloud comes over the pitch here in the West Midlands, and a cheap foul given away there by Connor Barrett for Solihull, shoving Jack Barham, and the Barham just looked straight at the referee. Referee obliged in blowing his whistle. And so Jones will take it, and game management here for the Shots. Currently pretty perfect, to be honest, going well. They're taking their time, they're winning the little cheap free kicks as Solihull give away those little silly fouls in their frustration, and the ball comes in long now all the way from the halfway line towards Barham, edge of the penalty area, headed on towards Mullins. Can he put it goalwards? No, it's wide and it comes across. Simkin comes across and collects
good work
out
by
of the goal
Barham
anyway.
again.
But Barham certainly has played well, as you mentioned earlier, Alan, and Solihull 0, Aldershot 1 the score as they let the ball go all the way through to Jordi van Stappershoff. and he picks it up under pressure from Callum Maycock.
Mullins has taken a centre-forward role, which was a bit of a surprise. He did start out as a forward, but he's been played all his games this season in defence, so that's a bit of a surprise. But Tommy Widgerton must see something in him that makes him think, oh.
Indeed, and he's won another free kick here, has Max Mullins, off Kyle Morrison. And Morrison, the new signing at Solihull from AFC Fylde, joined over the summer, having a bit of a word with the referee there, not happy with the slight theatrics with which Max Mullins went down there, but Aldershot will take it. And the Shots fans over in that far corner to our left, as we look at it, behind the goal that Aldershot are attacking, certainly happy with the way their side are playing there. They're trying to camp themselves in Solihull's half. They're trying to play the territorial game very well, and we've just seen the signal on the numbers board to show that there will be 5 minutes of stoppage time added on, so only 5 minutes for Solihull to find the equaliser, and of course 5 minutes for the Shots to see out this result. As it stands, they are going to be the first side to defeat Solihull Moors this season, ending a 14-game unbeaten run involving 8 wins and 6 draws for the Moors. And Stokes went down there, down towards the far corner flag on the Aldershot right-hand side, but adjudged to have fouled one of the Solihull players. And so Simkin will now take it long. He tried to steal an extra yard by just sort of rolling the ball forwards a bit. And the Shots fans just behind him, not happy with that.
North Tommy Widgerton.
As the ball now goes forward, and every yard counts. These games of few chances are games of small margins. And it certainly has been a game of few chances, other than the spells of attacking play in the second half. There was that brief period between about 45 and about 70 minutes where the game really opened up, but it has slowed down again. It has just sort of tightened up, and Aldershot won't mind that because they've got the lead as Tommy Willard plays it across to the left towards Harfield, who tried to chip it forward towards Mullins, so I'm pretty sure was offside there. Anyway, it's with Solihull for a throw-in on their right-hand side, and James Clark, who seems to have a good long throw on him, will put it forward towards Stevens. Headed out, though, by Harfield, and Barham comes across for a duel with Gus Mafuta, and Stokes blocks the clearance, so Stokes is away here, left-hand side, and he's brought down cheaply again by Clark. And Aldershot just winning these little cheap fouls and the free kicks. This one's in a dangerous position, mind. But James Clark, silly to give away that penalty. Still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1 in stoppage time.
I don't think that was a foul, actually. Josh was looking for that, but I'm not complaining. Anyway, it's a good position to say left touch line at the edge of the box, and there's 3 players standing over it. Willard, Glover and Stokes. Stokes goes.
Stokes is going to take it to the corner flag, is he? And he's got 3 Solihull players around him as Newton wins it back for the Moors in their yellow and blue kits, but it's only as far as Barham as he tried to play in Labadie, and Barham's just chipped it forwards towards nobody really, and Maxwell Mullins has to chase over to the far corner flag, and it will go out for a Solihull throw. We're just approaching 92 minutes.
Squeaky bum sign.
Indeed, yes. Can Aldershot see out this result? Because as it stands, they're coming away back to North East Hampshire with a great win going into the break in the National League season. Of course, no game on Tuesday. It's FA Cup qualifying at the weekend, where Aldershot Town will have a home game against Lewis. In that game, I'm sure you can go online to the Aldershot Town website to get your tickets for that one if you're in the local area. See Aldershot potentially qualify for the next round of the FA Cup. Solihull will play their qualifying game against Biggleswade Town away from home. But what a result this would be for Aldershot as Mullins tries to block the goal kick. It goes long, headed away by Kobe Rowe, who's done brilliantly as a substitute coming on for Harries after Harries was given a final warning, and the home fans would have wanted to see him sent off for a tough challenge, having already gone in the book. But it's gone long from Aldershot down right to the corner flag, and they're going to take the throw in quickly, or try to anyway, our Solihull. Newton is going to take it from level with the penalty area. Didn't go out that far in. The referee just pointing it back a little bit further.
The Aldershot fans helped him make his mind up there.
Indeed, the fact that the Aldershot faithful doing a great job really of influencing the referee in these closing minutes. 3 minutes into 5 minutes of added time, and it's still Solihull 0, Aldershot 1. with Angus Patterson and Alan Baldwin here on the road. I'm standing in for Rob Worrell. I'm sure he may well be listening. If you're listening, Rob, you've missed a good second half here, and it looks like the Shots are going to get this result, barring some late theatrics, and they've won another foul here of Aldershot. Is that Stokes again? Or is it Willard? Or is it Jones? It's Jones who's gone down there under the challenge of Jack Stevens, and Aldershot fans clapping away on the far left-hand side because they know this result is about to be sewn up. There's 1 minute still to play. And what a big 3 points this would be. Van Stappersoft coming forward. Referee blows his whistle, tells him to get on with it. As Widrington in his technical area just pacing up and down. The coaching staff for Aldershot, they know what a big result this would be. Van Stappersoft plays it long, but it's over Barham's head and it will go straight out to Simkin for a Solihull goal kick. This is last chance saloon now for the Moors to get back into this game. Otherwise they are losing their unbeaten record and staring in the face of a first defeat of the season and not keeping pace with the likes of Chesterfield and Barnet at the top of the National League. They certainly will have playoff ambitions, Solihull Moors, but maybe not automatic promotion ambitions. As Aldershot clear it again, and Mullins and Barham will chase, and Connor Barrett's got to come all the way back to level with his own penalty area to take the throw, and Aldershot won't mind that.
95
They've played
minutes.
this game brilliantly in terms of managing this extra time period. We can see the tunnel being rolled out now. Full time could be any moment. Chipped forward by Solihull, and Labadie tries to flick it on. It's come to Glover though, and Glover will try and play in Mullins in the far corner. Can he keep it in? Will it go out for a goal kick? He's just about kept it in on the corner flag, and there's full time! And Aldershot Town have ended Solihull Moors' unbeaten record to start this National League season. A first defeat for the West Midlands side. And Laurent Tollage got the winner on 60 minutes after an open second half. An entertaining one to watch. Great performance from Aldershot, bouncing back from Tuesday night's loss at Altrincham, despite the injuries, despite the fatigue of a hectic schedule. Aldershot Town come away as the victors. It's Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.
Yeah, it was a bit of a backs to the wall effort in the second half at times, but the last 10 minutes they managed it quite well. Solihull didn't really create anything in the last 10 minutes, and Aldershot defended for their lives. They had obviously 2 or 3 yellow cards which could have been costly, but in the end they thoroughly deserved the 3 points. They were the better team over the 95 minutes, and it was a good goal, good crafted goal, and for that reason I think Ryan Glover will take my man of the match, because he created it, and he had a very good hard-working performance in an unaccustomed position, and credit to the rest of the team. They all put the shift in, so well done Aldershot.
And those 211 Aldershot fans, sorry I'm slightly losing my voice here, those 211 Aldershot fans cheering on their team, sounding like a lot bigger of a number, and the Shots players go over to receive the applause and the acclaim of their travelling fan base. It's been a performance to remember, it's been a result to savour as the referee comes off the field now. Aldershot coming away the victors. We'll do a final full-time update for BBC Radio Surrey's afternoon show with Joe Talbot. But the final score here in the National League, Solihull Moors' unbeaten run is over. It's Solihull 0, Aldershot 1. Hello Joe, and yes, it is good news because the final score comes in after 5 minutes of added time. Solihull 0, Aldershot 1, and so the Shots have ended Solihull Moors' unbeaten start to this National League campaign with a hard-fought 1-0 victory. It was a pretty drab first half with very few chances, but the second half, Solihull came flying out of the blocks, created 2 big early chances in this second half. Couldn't convert either of them. The game then opened up between about 45, 50 and 70 minutes. There were chances at both ends. Aldershot with a goal. They got it in the back of the net on 60 minutes, but then Solihull had chances on 70 and 73 minutes to get back into it. Josh Kelly, their top scorer, glancing the ball just wide of the right-hand post. And then the game slowed down and Aldershot went into game management mode. They shut down the spaces. They put numbers back. They defended well. They kept the ball inside the Solihull half when they could. And they've come away with a great victory in front of 200-odd Aldershot fans who've made the trip up from North East Hampshire. Final score, Solihull 0, Aldershot 1.